He was Spokane County's sheriff for 7 years.
But today, Mark Sterk is taking the blame for hiring a level 2 sex offender to cook at his Deer Lake church camp and retreat. Sterk runs the Nazarene Church's Pinelow Park and Conference Center in Deer Lake. It welcomes hundreds of children every summer. KXLY4's John Langeler spoke with the former sheriff today, who admits he made a mistake.
Back in August, he seemed like the perfect hire.
He had all the qualifications that we were looking for.
He was a qualified family man with loads of experience.
He just had a great background as a chef.
Mark Sterk saw no reason why 29-year-old Andrew Rockne shouldn't be Pinelow Park's new chef and live on site at a place where every year hundreds of children attend camp.
We liked what we saw in his background, and we said yes.
So the former sheriff was stunned when he found out last week Rockne is a level 2 sex offender.
If there's anybody out here today in the workforce hiring people that should know better, it's me.
Sterk says he typically does background checks, but this time he didn't.
As your sheriff and as a legislator, I took a very hard stance against sex offenders, and this was one that got away from me. And
Rockne was convicted as a juvenile for first-degree child molestation. His crime was over 10 years ago. Since then, he's had few run-ins with the law.
And unfortunately, that's a tag that's probably going to remain with him for the rest of his life. And because of that, we just can't take the chance.
You take responsibility for this?
Oh, absolutely. This was my mistake. I liked the young man, and that's all I can say is you may like the person that comes to interview with you, but you still have to do the background checks.
Mr. Rockne only worked here for a little over a month. When staff realized his past, he was fired, and last week, he was gone.
Sterk says Pinelow Park is now taking steps to make sure this doesn't happen again. He hopes all businesses learn from his mistake.
In today's environment, when you're hiring people who are going to work around kids and the elderly, anywhere around in a campground situation, you have to do background checks.
In Deer Lake, John Langeler, KXLY4.
Rockne, his wife, and 2 children have moved out of the area. We were unable to reach them.